When I decided to go on a bookcation cruise, I forgot to anticipate the fact that I would have no access to Wi-Fi. Cannot update my Goodreads account, which I like to all my thoughts about every page, sentence, and word of a book I'm reading. So I just kind of figured it would be best to vlog my experience, because if I can't update my Goodreads, where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Number one, Ex Hex. That's not this book. This is The Kiss Curse. I already read the Ex Hex and I really, really loved it. The only thing I didn't like about the Ex Hex was that in the audiobook, the talking cat sounded like this. Treats! Treats! If you've heard the audiobook, you're like, that's not an exaggeration. You're actually underplaying it. This, I can read it. Treats! If the room next to me can hear me right now, then the stateroom attendant might be coming in to check to make sure I'm not being murdered. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think that it's a good time, a rockin' good time. Halloween is tomorrow, so I figured I would get my spooky read out of the way. It's not scary. This is like spooky fun, but not spooky ah! You know what I mean? So if you really don't love the scary part of Halloween, but you like the silly little part, plastic pumpkins and tarot cards and moon blessings and ghost hunting, but like, you know, not really finding a ghost, because that I would, you know, I don't know if that's the right way. I don't think that I did that right, but that's okay. I really love this book. It's doing it for me emotionally. I'm giggling at this. The chemistry between the two characters, I'm laughing. At one point, she sees the guy and she's like, wow, he's hot. Fuck, I shouldn't think that, he's my enemy. And then another character is like, he's really hot. And she was like, his hotness is neither here nor there. And that just made me laugh. I was like, ha ha ha. Literally sitting at the deck at the pool. Ha ha ha. Looking insane. Looking legally insane, but enjoying it. Again, happy Halloween. Day 2 of my cruise. It feels like I've been here 8,000 glorious years, but it's only been 2 days. So many extra hours in the day. I'm so thankful and grateful because I've actually been able to get some uninterrupted reading time without having to be like, what's my dog doing? Thank you for calling. Every single 5 seconds, I'm like, oh shut up, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. But no one's gonna bother me. No one's gonna talk to me. And if they do, it's a very small paperback, so probably wouldn't do much damage, but like the threat would be there. Anyway, I haven't said a thing about the book so far, so I am very much enjoying it. It's making me fucking giggle. Like, the actual author must be a funny person, because their jokes, just their back and forth with their characters, is really funny. It's the same kind of humor, like if you're watching New Girl or any other little sitcom, just like niche humor, pop culture references. This is hilarious, is what I'm trying to say. It's just a fun little Halloween read, like lighthearted, no thoughts. This isn't gonna get me like thinking deeply about anything, and that's exactly what I want. If you want to not think and just be entertained and witchy vibes and the ambiance of fall, then this would be a great thing to go ahead and read. Like, I'm literally on a cruise ship right now where it's tropical, bright sunshine, and I'm like, ooh, cozy, warm autumn, and I'm actually feeling the crackling leaves, even though I'm literally in the sea. Not the same location before my eyes, but when I dove into this book, I was swimming through the trees, not the seas, the autumn breeze, not the buffet on the 15th floor. Speaking of, it's time to go meet up with my pals. I'm having a great trip. I'm really enjoying being here. Here's a little view of the room. It's just me in here, bitch. Get a cruise for yourself and live your life. This was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I'm so glad I'm here, but I will definitely be finishing The Kiss Curse today. So far, it's on par to be a good 4-star, just like the Ex Hex. Just comfy, spicy, folly. Happy Halloween. Hello from the, wait, this isn't the pool, this is the ocean. Hello from the ocean. I'm sitting in one of these little chairs on the deck. I'm reading this book still. I just read a 10-page spicy scene that made this book 5 stars. Wells Penhallow. That is my man. Hi, another room vlog. I'm almost done with this. I was really hoping I would finish it yesterday, but I got a little seasickness. So special thanks to Dramamine getting me through the last 24 hours. I now feel fantastic and I'm able to read again. I'd love to read, but I cannot read in moving cars because motion sickness, and I didn't know that's how it would feel on a boat. I was just like, we'll be fine. We were not fine, but now I am. So almost done with this. Something that I really, really like about it that I have to say is the pacing is just so like, let's go, let's go. Like there's no quiet, dull, or boring moments. And for a kind of like cheesy, like witchy romance or any kind of romance with some kind of gimmick, I just want it to be moving quickly. I don't really want pages and pages of like introspective thoughts or just trying to be deep. This isn't trying to be deep. It's just being what it is, which is funny, easy to read, just lighthearted. I'm not going to be depressed after I finish this. I'm going to be happy after I finish it. And I just feel delighted that this is the first book that I read on this cruise. And now that Halloween's over, I'll be switching over to like a more cruise type read. So once I'm done with this, I'll let you know what I think. I'm gonna be at dinner like, yes, great. Conversations about human life, great. This is me eating, great pantomime. In my mind, I'm gonna be like, why doesn't Gwen have her magic? Is it Welle's fault? What's Morgan up to? Why does Morgan have an Iron Maiden in her attic? I know she said, I just moved here and it was there. It's like, no, I don't trust her. We have this much left, and for this much, I thought that she was the villain, even though I didn't really outwardly say that, but I still fought. So for here, I feel like I need to be gagged by something or revealed that it actually is Morgan's fault that Gwen doesn't have her magic, but I want to know. Also, Wells being daddy because he found Sir Percival when he was lost. He was like, I'll tell her about this whole bloody mountain. Found him for her? I'm being incoherent. At one point he was in the kitchen making soup. It was like Wells had a dish rag tucked into his trousers. He was making soup and humming to himself. And I was like, I am here to service you sexually. So that's how I feel in this moment. And how I feel is very coherent. For right now, I have to go to formal night. First, I'm gonna get a martini because it's also martini night. It'll be lovely, it'll be a great night. I'm drunk in the casino in this moment. It's just a bunch of flashing lights, but I feel like a childlike sense of whimsy, for sure. But also, deep, deep, deep alcoholism. Martini night got me, and it got me good. My body is like, what is this? What is this stuff? This isn't a martini, but I'm alive. And of course I fell asleep with my makeup on because I'm just a classy, classy broad out on the town. I finished The Kiss Curse. 5 stars, easily 5 stars. The ending, the pacing, the characters, amazing. Super likable, super funny, actually funny, not trying to be funny, just naturally. And let me just tell you, if you have a cartoon cover, if you see a girly reading a cartoon, hello, I'm about to speak the truth and they don't want to hear it, that's why the camera fell. If you see a cover, if you see a cover with cartoon characters and you're like, oh, that's a cute little book, what a nice little wholesome read, no. They be fucking. They be fucking. And that's all I'll say. I absolutely loved it. It was a blast and a half. I'm gonna get ready for an island day, wash the martini night off of me, pretend I didn't lose $120 in the casino, and, you know, have a classy little day. I'm gonna pick a new book that I'm gonna read today. I already have one in mind out of my collection that I brought. I think I'm really gonna like this one, especially on a cruise, especially in the sea. You'll see what book I'm talking about, but for now, I'm gonna get ready, wash the makeup off my face. And by the way, these were hearts, my little ColourPop heart stamps, but now they just look like teardrops. So I may have murdered someone last night too, but we're in international waters, so it doesn't count. All right, talk to you soon. Day 4, about to be a nice little island day. It's time for you to see what book I'm reading next. The Starless Sea. I figured this would be good for a cruise because I'm in the sea There are stars though, so it's not starless, so you know, it's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. It's by the same author who wrote the Night Circus, and I really enjoyed that, so I'm excited to kind of just dive in here and swim the seas. So we're about to go to the island, get this going, and I will check back in to let you know what I think. I also have the audiobook, so I never have to have an original thought. I can either be reading or listening. I don't have to think at all, which is great because I have no brain cells left after martini night. Bye-bye.
St. Thomas.
So we decided to stay on the island. We decided to stay on the boat today because the island is a little bit expensive. I just figured we would just hang out here because the boat's pretty freaking empty because everyone's out on the island. So I'll be able to get a good spot, get some reading done. Also, we're docked, so it's gonna be less windy. And sometimes when it's too windy and I'm trying to read out on the deck, the book pages will be like and just flutter open to the very end, and then I see a spoiler and I'm like, ugh. So that won't happen today because there's no wind. So I think it'll be a good old day, good old time, good old vibe. Ooh, that looks so good. Ooh, wavy ranchy. Update on the book so far. I'm just reading in the dining room area because it's super quiet in here. This author, Erin Morgenstern, she paints words on the page like a beautiful canvas. It's just so gorgeous and just flows together. It just whisks you away. Like, if I could describe how I feel this book is, I would say it feels alive, like it has a life of its own. Love it so far. About 30 pages in. I'm gonna see if it stopped raining outside so I can read by the sea. It's daytime, so it is starless, so it'll be on brand, but love it so far. Very comfy, very cozy, incredible storytelling, imagery. Wow. It is becoming a quest. I can't resist a quest. I'm going crazy over this. I'm about 100 pages in so far. And truthfully, it feels exactly like the Night Circus in all the right ways, but still very much its own personality. But makes me feel like I'm a character in the book, which I know sounds kind of like pretentious, but the main character is me. Anyway, I have to stop reading. I'm on page 110 right now. I have to go join back with my friends and have a good little night, but I want to come back and read a little bit more tonight.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
Alcohol that I have consumed should not have been legal. However, consumed it what? I don't go out and drink, and I remember at some point tonight I beat the beat up. I was hitting the ground. And I went all the way. I'm hungover to an extreme degree. Shouts outs to mojitos and karaoke night for doing severe damage. Did the vlog. So it's day something. 5, 4, 5, something like that. How far am I into this book now? I think I'm about 250 pages in. What I was told going into this book was to, quote unquote, and this was from a Clockwork Readers vlog, my favorite booktuber, but she said, be okay with being confused. And that's how I feel. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, and I simply do want to know. I have patience for the story. I'm listening to it. I understand little bits and pieces are coming together. I'm just enjoying it so much. But no, I don't know what's going on. I couldn't tell you what's going on, but I can tell you I'm having a good time. But for tonight, I'm going to a musical, I'm going to dinner, and I'm going to karaoke. Bye bye. This is a tap dance break. I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay, so I just wanted to check in. I've been reading this all day. I've had the audiobook playing. I've just been reading. This is feeling like it was written for a lover of stories. And if you too are a lover of books, a book lover's book is this book. It's very whimsical, trippy. The details are beautiful. This book feels like it's taken a really long time to write because it is so detailed. Every chapter, every story within a story is so satisfying. Every line has something to offer. Every word has something to offer. Every page is going to stick with you. You will enjoy this. You will love it. And I genuinely mean that. The plot is not so beep, boop, boop. It's like, whoa, whoa. Not all over the place in the sense that it's hard to follow, just all over the place in that you're collecting little tidbits from each of these stories and then seeing the underlying theme that brings them all together. And I think I figured it out. I'm gonna wait until the end of the book until I like really say if I get it. But I just feel so blessed to be reading this right now. The relaxation that I feel when I'm reading this on my vacation, I truly have never felt this way in all of the time that I've been reading. I feel so immersed. I look up from the book and I'm like, where the fuck am I? Because I'm in here. I'm not out here. I'm in here. That being said, very upset I have to stop reading right now, but it's lobster night at the dining room. So of all things to stop reading for, I feel like that's fair. And I will jump back on this later. I'll be able to finish it tonight, especially with the audiobook. Love it. Amazing. Love it. Love it. Read it. Sitting in this little like outside deck area, but still kind of inside, next to a window with the crashing waters, and I'm gonna finish the rest of this book, which is really funny because this is exactly the first place that I read when I first got here, so it's so nice. And this is my last night, so it'll be like two lovely bookends to my vacation. It is 3 in the morning. I can't fucking put this book down. It's so fucking good. I'm on page 506 and something crazy just happened. Something crazy, mad, wild that completely has sent me askew. I was about to go to sleep. I have to wake up at 8. It's 3. I gotta finish this. What the fuck? It's over. I'm leaving. Goodbye, bed. Goodbye, fresh sheets every day. Bye, framed picture of lady. Goodbye. I'll do a book update later because they're literally knocking on my door telling me to leave right now. Towel Duck says bye-bye. Bye, Towel Duck. Hello again. Thanks for going on that journey with me. We had a blast on the cruise, didn't we? Didn't we have a good old time? Maybe I got a sinus infection and I haven't filmed for 2 weeks, but I'm here now. I finished the Starless Sea on the boat and I loved it so fucking much. Go into this blind, know it's a quest, which isn't really blind. Go into this knowing it's a quest, and other than that blind, and trust the process. You will not know what's going on when you're reading this, but you'll be okay with it. You're just going through a quest with the main character. It's bopping around other stories from other times. All of the stories eventually come together and you do get it and it does make sense. So it's not deep for just the sake of being deep and just like convoluted for no reason. It's building a structure and it's gonna take you there. It's gonna bring you there and you're gonna get there and you're gonna be thankful that you did. I do not regret reading this. This was one of the best books I've read the entire year. It's very different from this one. This was lighthearted, silly, hee hee ha ha. This was like, oh, I'm thinking, oh, I'm feeling. It had a story to tell and it was very unflinching on how it wanted to tell that story, and you just had to be along for the ride. This was just an immersive experience. I think anyone who loves to read and wants to be reminded why they love reading should read this. And if you don't like it, just read it again. just read it again. You might catch something that you didn't the first time. All of the different stories come together and make one big story, but it's not a collection of short stories exactly. It is one story because the stories go with the story. No regrets on this one. I had a great time doing this reading vlog. I will continue to be making these because it made me feel alive. I have a couple of books that I want to read and a couple books that I want to review that I've already read. If you enjoyed this, come on along and subscribe to me, and I'll keep doing these and we'll keep having a blast. Truly recommend both of these books. If you have any that you think I would like based on what I said about these, please let me know. Thank you for watching. See you next time.